Okay, this is like the fifth fucking time I've tried to do this video. Okay, hi everyone. So this video is going to be quite a serious video, maybe a little bit emotional, maybe I don't know. But it's, as you can probably tell by the title of the video, this is quite a personal topic. I just want to start by saying I'm not doing this video for attention, nor am I doing it for sympathy. Like, it's nothing like that. This video is just being open and honest, because this is something I've kept to myself for 5 years now. And not any of my followers, any of my viewers, any of anything, anyone knows about this outside of like family. Let me start by giving an explanation of what my tattoo is about, because a lot of people have asked, they've sort of clicked on to what it means. I'll put a picture of my tattoo here so you can see it. So basically, I got this tattoo when I was on holiday a few weeks back. I felt not only is it sort of a way of accepting the issue that I have, but it's also, it reminds me that like something there, but it's not the end of the day. Like, yes, I have good days, yes, I have bad days, and that's just how it is. It's sort of embracing the problem or the issue that I have. If you didn't know, it's like a smiley face and a sad face, like in one thing, which obviously represents bipolar. Right, let's just throw back a few years, 5 years even, when I was 16. I was going through quite a rough time. I had quite a few problems. I was mentally not there. I just wasn't happy. I'd been like it for a while. I was going through quite a rough patch, just like everyone does at any time in their life. You think times are hard, and you struggle to deal with things. So I thought, okay, I'll go to the doctors. Like, I'm always down. I'm so down, like attempting to do stupid things. I was self-harming. I was thinking about suicide and things like that. So it was quite serious. I was quite scared. So I went to the doctors and I explained the situation. I have been through quite a messy life. I've had a few issues in the past that led to this disorder with my real dad. I've had issues. I lost my best friend when I was 14. That's just a couple things. I knew something was wrong with me. Like, I didn't know what it was. I didn't have any idea. So I went into the doctors. I told them everything. I said, look, this is how I feel. Like, what's wrong with me, sort of thing. So I had to go through like a few tests, exams and assessments, and I had to go through like counselling and therapy and all that sort of stuff. And I had to fill out this sort of list, sort of like a test. And then I had to go through a few assessments, a few people to sort of put me in the right direction of what was going on. And then at the end of it all, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. I can't say that it didn't affect me at the time. I was a bit like, whoa, like, what does this mean, sort of thing, because I didn't really know what it was then. It wasn't really spoke about. It still isn't spoke about. So I was a bit like, okay, like, whatever. I'll go home, I'll search it up and I'll see what it's about. And I read what it was, sort of an explanation. I could see the symptoms and I was like, okay, me. Like, and I just clicked into every single symptom and I was like, right. I started seeing what this disorder actually was, because obviously it wasn't just mood swings, because everyone has mood swings, everyone has good days, everyone has bad days. I was to the doctor and I was like, is this not normal? Like, why is it that I'm sort of that next step further from having just simple mood swings? I thought that staying up until 6 o'clock in the morning wasn't a problem. I thought that spending all my money in one go wasn't an issue. Like, I thought that being down as I was just a phase. That's what I literally thought it was. I thought, oh, it's puberty. I mean, everyone goes through a rough time, blah, blah, blah. I was then told, no, that's not normal. Not that I know what normal is. There is not really any normal. There's plenty of other disorders and mental illnesses and issues that people have. So I'm not going to try and put myself out there and be like, I'm suffering. Like, my life is so hard. Like, everything's so difficult. I don't know what to do. Like, everyone feel bad for me, because it's not like that at all. It was just sort of, I was quite naive towards it. So I didn't really get it. I was 16 years old. I was like, whatever. I was put on medication. My mum threw it away because I said, I don't want to be on this. And she said, you don't want to be on that sort of thing. You want to sort of just deal with this. So I did. And I spent the next few years dealing with whatever it was by myself, without the medication, without the help. Sort of just took it in and was like, whatever. Still thinking it was just a phase. I never really sat there and thought, yeah, like, I do have this. So I let it go for a little bit. Got into work. I'd finished school and all that sort of stuff. So I was focusing more on work and earning money and getting a career. Until recently, In May, I had a major fall down and I lost it. I completely fell to rock bottom. I lost it. I was crying every night. I couldn't sleep. Things just got hard when I was alone. So when I was alone, things were just too much for me. I just couldn't do anything. I just didn't want to be here anymore. I was completely ready to leave. I had completely done with everything. So I went back to the doctors and I said, look, it's happening again. 5 years later, this time it's worse. I feel really shitty. So I got put back on medication, and this time I actually gave it a chance. First of all, I was put on fluoxetine, 20 milligrams. That didn't work, so they put it up to 40. That didn't work, so they put me on to citalopram, 10 milligrams. That didn't work, so they put it on to 20. That didn't work. So then they put me on quetiapine at night with the citalopram 20. So I took 50 milligrams of quetiapine at night, 20 milligrams of citalopram. And that didn't work. So they put me on 100 milligrams of quetiapine and took me off the citalopram. Still didn't work. And then now I'm on 200 milligrams of quetiapine, 50 milligrams of sertraline, which is actually working a lot better. So my moods are a bit more stable. Basically what they are is the sertraline is an antidepressant, so that stops me from getting really, really low. Obviously I still can. It's not like a block. And the quetiapine, I take it at night, which sort of knocks me out. It stops me from overthinking when I lay in bed, which is what keeps me awake. The current situation, I was signed off of work. It got to the point where it was so severe, like I had to come away from work. Now, people didn't understand. I'm not going to mention names, but people that was around me at the time didn't understand what was happening. They was like, "You're fine. What's wrong with you? Nothing. You're fine." And then I started, obviously, getting so down to the point where I was like self-harming again at 21 years old, which I'm quite ashamed about, to be honest. Like, that's supposed to be able to be a strong person. I'm supposed to be able to get through all this sort of stuff, and it just got too much. I was put into this place, which is, it's basic. I got put through it. So I went to the doctors and I said, this is getting really bad. This is before I got put on the right medication. I got put through this team called the Crisis Team, which is basically people that will watch over you, basically to stop you from committing suicide, as dramatic as that sounds. But that's what they were there for. So I went through that for a couple of months, and then I got discharged from the Crisis Team and then put into, as an outpatient, it's basically a rehab. Well, it is. So that's how far it sort of got. The reason why I wanted to speak about this is to just sort of make people aware that there are mental disorders out there. There's such a stigmatism on mental disorders, and people don't take it seriously, including like the NHS or anything like that, the government. It is just not taken seriously whatsoever. I had to fight so hard to get the help that I needed, and I had to go through some really shitty people to actually get the problem solved. Now, I just wanted to do this video because I want people to know that if you're dealing with something like this, you will get through it. Like, there is, I know it sounds so cliche, but there is that light at the end of the tunnel. Like, it is there. You've just got to fight for it. You can't just expect to sit back and it just be like, okay, now you're okay. There is no sort of like magic pill that's going to like save your life. It's going to take any disorder away from you. It's going to stop you from being upset. It just doesn't work like that. But there are people that you will probably know that have mental disorders. There's things like schizophrenia, psychosis, there's depression, there's people that have anxiety. The amount of people that I've spoke to just in the last couple of weeks that have anxiety disorder, and it's crazy. Like, I bet you any money it's like 1 in 10 people have something mentally wrong with them. And I just feel like I should speak about it because there's a lot of people that sort of watch my life and they follow me on Facebook and they follow me on Instagram and Twitter and they watch my videos. I feel like if I could just help one person get through that sort of tough part, then that's all I want to do. I just want to help someone. Now, this may sound really stupid, but like, I sort of leant towards Demi Lovato, which is why I have such like a fangirl approach towards her. I found out, I think it was like a year after, maybe a couple of years after, that she also had bipolar disorder. And then I started to re-listen to her songs, and sort of you can understand where this is coming from, and you get a grasp of the emotions. That really did help me. As stupid as it sounds, like music helped me, but it really did. And I would not stress enough to anyone that has any sort of problems to listen to her music, because you can understand that you're not the only one. Like, I have a mental disorder, and anyone has a mental disorder, and it needs to be spoken about. and people need to accept that not everyone is in the same category. People don't just fit into normal, like whatever normal is. This is 2015. There's all these problems going around. I feel like it's just like gay people, the acceptance of being gay. Like, this also needs to be accepted. This is a big deal. There are people out there that are crying for help, not crying for attention. People don't cut themselves because they want people to notice. When I cut myself, I didn't do it where people could see it. I did it, I knew that I'd done it and no one could see it unless I showed that person, because they weren't visible. You couldn't just see it. Like, it's a cry for help. And I think that people need to really take into consideration what they're saying as well. People be like, oh, the weather is so bipolar. Oh, my teacher's so bipolar. Oh, life is just so bipolar. 1 minute it's this. What? Like, you need to really sort of sit there and take into consideration what you're saying, because it's just not like that. It's not like, oh, hey, today I'm happy and now I want to cry. Like, it's not like that. It's, oh my God, I love myself, and narcissistic. Like, you think you can do anything. 1 minute you want to jump out of a plane and do skydiving, and then in a matter of minutes, hours, days, you want to be gone. That's not okay. Like, if you are going through something like this, I could not stress you enough to speak out about it. I kept it quiet for too long, and it was almost too late for me. I almost gave up, and I spoke out, and I have a great support around me. Like, my mum is there, and she has been since day one. She's always supported me through anything and everything that I go through. My stepdad as well, he's always been there. He's only been in my life for 3 years, and he's more than a dad to me, as well as the friends that I have around me. I'm not going to list names of everyone around me, but to speak out about it, it needs to be heard. Your story needs to be heard. Message me. If you have no one to talk to, message me. My inbox is always open. I will always sit there and listen to you. I think that's enough of this video now, because it's getting quite deep and like a bit emotional. But yeah, just everyone needs to, like, if you're going through a rough time, you need to realise that it's not the end. There are people that are so much worse off than what we are. It's going to be okay. You have to make it okay. You have to sit there and think, well, fuck this disorder. It doesn't define me as a person. So yeah, if you like the video, like press the like button. You can subscribe if you really, really want to, which I'd really appreciate. I'll leave all my links down there for my Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, things like that. And I will see you again very soon. Bye.